There's the live stream.
And there is the recording. Welcome, everybody, to the BeatCancer.Org Ask a Holistic Cancer Coach weekly call. The date is October the 2nd, and we have a wonderful announcement for everybody, a great event coming up that you will hear more about shortly. Um, Quick reminders for everyone watching the call. Nothing is intended to be taken as explicit medical advice. Always consult with the appropriate professional when appropriate. Your health is in your own hands, and we are here only to share information and tidbits. We're not here to diagnose nor prescribe any particular circumstance, but we are here to field questions on, generalities of circumstances or general topics as well, and we will do the best we can to explore those topics as appropriate in this public setting. For further consultation and one-on-one counseling, please do contact the center. You can contact us at support@beatcancer.org, or be sure to check out one of the many wonderful holistic cancer coaches that have taken our certification program, several of which are on this call right now. These are participant-driven um, calls, and we encourage you to get your questions ready. You can ask a question by posing it to the group when we open the mic. You can unmute yourself at that time and pose your question. You can also use the raise hand feature of Zoom. It'll look like that, and we'll know that you have something to say. Or you can good old fashioned raise your hand that God gave you, and we will know that you have something to say and get to you as soon as possible. Other than that, when you're not speaking, please do keep your microphone muted. This way, we can make sure that the audio stays clean and clear and there's no background disturbances. I'm going to go over to Carl for housekeeping. I'm, of course, Zach, the COO of BeatCancer.Org. I'm going to go over to Carl for additional housekeeping and intro while I check on the health of the live stream.
Yes, Zach took care of most of the housekeeping, keeping your mics on mute. But you can also ask questions in the chat, and the chat is a lively place where people put in links and all kinds of great information as others are speaking. So that's a great place to great resources using the chat along with the call, because there's always somebody talking, and it's a great place to either put your questions or responses to questions or even personal contact information if you want one of the coaches to contact you or things like that. I am letting people in as we speak. So those are some other things that can happen, and that's in the house cleaning. We are a 48-year-old nonprofit that helps people holistically figure out different ways to deal with cancer. We are not focused on the cancer, we're focused on the health of the individual, mind, body, spirit. And also too, along with the prevention conversation we were having before the recording, we want to talk about prevention of recurrence. That's a real thing. Recurrence is pretty much a 50-50 bet because people, after they ring the bell and say, okay, I'm done my treatment, they go off and do life as they did before. And a lot of times that's what got them into trouble with cancer in the first place. Your genes may compel you to have cancer, but they don't impel you. They don't, it doesn't mean that you'll get cancer. It just means you have the probability. And what they have found is that your lifestyle is what causes those genes to express in one way or another, one way being cancer and the other way not being cancer. And that's not only cancer, it's many things that happen with people. It's their lifestyles. I will give you one example. Being an unhealthy body weight. Unhealthy body weight is a factor in 32 different types of cancers. So just getting to a healthy body weight, we could eliminate from the face of the earth 32 different types of cancer. So that's just one thing, one lifestyle modification that can eliminate 32 different types of cancer. So uh, there's a lot of things that you can do and be proactive on your own. You do not have to be a victim. And here on this call, you'll find your family that will support you in your cancer journey, and you'll find coaches that can go into your specific cancer journey with you and help you make the lifestyle modifications that you need to do to get in the most optimal position for healing. And I think that's it for me right this second.
Awesome.
If
Awesome.
you have the chance to get everything going there.
Yep, we are live on Facebook. We are on rumble.com, x.com. We're currently still blocked off YouTube for spreading too much good information about how to stay healthy.
We
So
might be
we'll have
on
to
YouTube.
stop that for
Sorry.
now. What's that?
We might be on YouTube. I saw last week's pop up.
Last week's was? Okay, well, maybe they're letting us back for now. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe they're
Um,
done being mad at us.
Maybe. But as we know, this is a participant-driven call, so let's get over to our first comment or question. And I see a hand up from Jane.
Backing up what Carl said, I think if we look at cancer as a symptom, it's an outward symptom of what's going on inside our body. And if we needs to be treated sometimes allopathically, and that's fine. But if we don't get to the root of what the problem is, and the symptom is just kind of yelling out, okay, body's in trouble, body's in trouble. We have to then go to the root and build it up. On top of that, if someone had cancer and they have, side effects from the chemo or the radiation or the surgery, now we have to build the body up from that as well. So in order to not have a recurrence, we have to do all that work. And sometimes, more too often, many people just want to say, oh, I'll deal with it later, because part of the psychological part of cancer is not wanting to deal with things. And that adds to it as well. So
Yeah.
that's the prime time to get healed.
Yep. And we're not saying that you definitely won't have a recurrence event. What we're saying is we want to put your body in the best possible position
Right.
to optimize
Right.
the results of cancer treatment or not. B, put you in the best possible state to prevent recurrence, as that's all in your control. And C, what we found is that a lot of people, when they come to us and work with us through our programs, that they say, I have never been in such good health, and it was a wake-up call for them
Right. Right.
getting cancer. And we've even had people that kept their cancer at bay. It just never got any worse, and they lived long, healthy lives afterwards.
And the other thing is you replace fear with, oh my God, I'm going to get cancer, or I have cancer, or it's going to come back, with empowerment.
Yeah.
I know what I can do, and I am doing something every single day. So therefore, there is reason for me to have hope. It's logical, instead of living in the fear that something bad's going to happen.
Yes. Excellent point. Yep. Yep. Doing all that you can do and
Right.
being proactive. Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Zach, shall we announce Lillian?
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Let's get right to that. Looks like we have a good amount of people that have filed in. So many of you might know her. We'd like to introduce you to one of BeatCancer's friends. She's also a certified holistic cancer coach. We met Lillian at the Annie Appleseed Project conference down in West Palm Beach, Florida, a few years ago, but it feels like we've known her much longer than that. We're collaborating in a couple different ways, and we're super excited and pumped for her to be creating. I believe it's the first of its kind, and a wonderful event that she's putting on. So before I give any false information, I'm going to pass it over to her, and she's going to tell you all about this wonderful event that she has coming up, and give you all the essential details on what you need to know. So over
Well,
to you, Lillian.
thank you so much. I absolutely love BeatCancer.org, and I'm so excited to be able to promote you in my pod class, because that's what I call it. I don't call it a show, I call it a classroom. As you can see, their classroom is behind me, and I am a student, I'm a teacher as well. I think we all are. And in the 14 years that I've been doing this, I didn't start as a person who is about natural health. It was all about allopathic and taking that pill. And it's amazing to me the journey where God sat me down and said, "You're going to learn from these people." And one of my favorite teachers that became my mentor is Dr. Lorraine Day. I don't know if anybody knows that, but she became, the first time she came on my show, I swore I'd never have her back. That was back in 2013. And the woman that I was then is certainly not the woman I am today. And so this will be, I've done events for a lot of other doctors, people that have been on my show, people that have contacted me to do events for them. And about 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to do something local, but at the same time worldwide. Because I have a worldwide audience. If you find, you can find me at whenyouneedafriend.com. If you can see the email address. My email is lily@whenyouneedafriend.com. My cell phone number is there. My website is right below it, so you can get all that information there. And so I started as you know, just like most people do. Fortunately, I was able to learn from so many wonderful teachers, and now I can say with a lot of pride that I have a certified holistic cancer certificate from Beat Cancer. But 3 years ago, I started the I Am the Solution Natural Health Summit because I wanted to focus on prevention. Prevention is key, and prevention, it's a lot easier to prevent something than to reverse it. So I Am the Solution Natural Health Summit for 2 years was about prevention. And last year we had about 160 people there. I want to keep it close and intimate. We had people from all over the United States. It was beautiful. It was like carnival-like atmosphere. And as a certified life coach, I give the first talk on the mindset of health. And while I was having this mindset of health talk, I was having this dialogue in my head about, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to healthy people. I'm preaching to people that want to embrace a healthy lifestyle. But we need people that have received the diagnosis or that are not feeling well. And I said, people don't care about prevention. And that was the conversation we were having before, because I thought I was the only one that felt this way until I've gone down to give the flyers for this event that we're going to be doing this year. It's going to be focused on cancer and autoimmune disease. And so it's I Am the Solution Natural Health Summit for cancer and autoimmune disease. And the DIS is DYS for dysfunction to ease. That's where we want to go, from dysfunction to ease. And it's in Florida on November 1st. And it's at the Space Coast Health Foundation in Rockledge, Florida. We're very close to Cocoa Beach, the rocket launches, all the things that you would love in a November timeframe. We don't have the change of seasons other than we go from rainy to thunder to more rain to like sunshine, but and humid. But it is a beautiful place. I joke about that. But we're going to have wonderful teachers at this event. We're going to have Dr. Joel Furman and Dr. Thomas Levy. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but they will both be zoomed in. That's the only ones that'll be zoomed in. We have Sylvie Beljanski, Brendan Legal, Renee Hahn, Mark Rosenberg, and Holly Gilbert, and Dr. John Silva. And we all work together. There's going to be, what's beautiful about the event is that we're going to be focused on all learning together, helping each other out, having that camaraderie between people that not only want to prevent disease, but want to reverse it and reduce recurrence. So Dr. Mark Rosenberg is our keynote speaker, and he is an integrative oncologist who has revolutionized the field of helping people with cancer. And but he has a particular way of helping. He's involved with a lot of the universities and trials. And one of the trials that I've never heard before is reducing the level of copper in your body. So I don't know if anybody knows about copper and cancer, and how when people have cancer, they reduce the copper in the body, it kills the cancer. I didn't know that. And so he'll be our keynote speaker, but you can find all these speakers. We have dedicated class for them. So if you go onto whenyouneedafriend.com and check out previous shows, we can go to my event page on Facebook, on YouTube. I can, what I want to do is I want to offer anybody that's from Beat Cancer, because our early registration just ended, but I want to extend that to my Beat Cancer friends. And this is, I just posted the link, and then the code that I want you guys to use is I it's LMITS 25. And so that'll give you $25 off. So whether you're there, we really prefer that you come to the event. It's in beautiful Florida. We'd rather you come to the event. But if you cannot, and there's two different ways. You could be a VIP, which includes lunch and front row seating, or you can do the regular admission. I try to keep it as affordable as possible. Regular admission is $100, and the VIP is $160. But we also just added for the first time a virtual component, and I believe it's $170, I think, is for the virtual, which you'd be signing in online. But we only did this because Dr. Levy has followers all over the world, people in Japan and people in Germany and England, and they wanted to listen to the program. And so the price for the virtual includes the video. So if people cannot be up with us while we're up, then they'll be able to watch it again with the video. So I Am the Solution Natural Health Summit. The I Am is that voice inside of us, that higher power that we've been taught to ignore our entire life. And solution is an acronym and how to take your life back. And so every single piece, every single speaker that's going to be at the event will hopefully be a part of your healing journey and taking your life back and saying, I would do everything for love, and I will do that. And I will do that. So that's it for me. And I hope that you feel and welcome to come. And I think I put the link to the website and the code that you can use. And Laura Jean, oh, so you know Dr. Rosenberg. Very good. Very
Awesome.
well. Do you want to say anything about Dr. Rosenberg? I tell you what, he cries with his patients when things don't work out the way they want to work out, that they think they should work out. He cries happy tears, sad tears, all the different tears. Laura Jean, unmute yourself. What would you like to say about Dr. Rosenberg?
Uh, just that he's one of those doctors who's willing to work with you however you want to work. Basically, it's like he will support you in your
Your journey.
your journey and what
Mhm.
feels comfortable and right for you. And yeah, so
Yeah, we're going to have incredible teachers. We're going to have incredible vendors. And what I love about it is there's going to be an interactive where you can go and receive treatments. These are natural treatments that like molecular hydrogen therapy. And I know Laura Jean, you were a beneficiary, all of you guys that went to the Boljanski. I don't know if I mentioned that Sylvie Boljanski will be there, and just
yeah.
an amazing woman and her incredible story. And so everybody gets to experience the beauty that our bodies were created to heal naturally if
Mhm.
given what it needs. And we must have that mindset as well. We need to have that mindset that we can heal, that healing is for all of us, not just for the elite. And that's why I keep the event very affordable, and so that everybody feels that they can be a part of it. What are the times of the conference? I'm thrilled that will be a virtual. Okay, yes, there is a virtual component, but I hope that people will come. So the hours, so we're in Eastern time, and we go from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, but the people that are there, doors open at 8 o'clock. So that they can go to the vendors, try the modalities, and then be ready in their seats by 9 o'clock. Get their seats, be ready in their seats, get to know the people that are there. The people that are going to be on virtual, they're going to be let in around 8:30 so they can get seated. And then we will start the conference at 9. And we will keep the video on the entire time, because what I want to make sure is that nothing is missed, even conversations that happen. And so we'll edit it once before we send it out to everybody. We will edit it so it's in bite sizes. So it's November 1st, it's a Saturday. And for people that are Sabbath keepers, Jesus healed on the Sabbath day. So that's the exception, that you can hold on to the Sabbath. Can you post the website so we can see? Oh, yeah. So do you want me to share? Is that what you want me to do, is share? Okay, I can do that. If I'm allowed to,
I
Zachary.
just want to be able to access it, later
Oh,
if
yeah.
necessary.
So I put the link in the chat, Laura Jean. Do you see it? So I don't know if I can share, because I don't think I'm able to share. But
You want
yeah,
to share screen?
Oh yeah, no, that's
I
great. That's perfect.
I
That's all I wanted. I was wanted to be able to go back and
okay, I can share my
access the
screen if you want me to.
um
So let me see where we. So when you need a friend.com is where you can find me. And oops, that's not the one. This one right here. Oh no. So let me see where it is. Okay, yeah, I need to go back. Um, so I will share. I apologize. I was not here we go. So you see it? It says I am the solution natural health summit.
Yep, it just came up now.
Okay. So it's like I said, the I am, it's so important that we listen to that voice within, because what happens is when people get a diagnosis, they get so confused and they go into this white coat trance. I hear and obey is what happens. And these are the people that are profiting from the disease. And so what we want is for people to walk away from this with an empowerment. I want everybody to become their own MD, their own medical detective, because what gives one person cancer, that same kind of cancer to somebody else, is different, because there's a spirit, mind, and body component. So that's what the journey is all about. It's climbing that summit. And so if we scroll down, Dr. Joel Furman, I don't know if you guys know, if you click on the image, it will take you to their bio. Dr. Mark Rosenberg, he was laughing at me because he goes, "That's a much younger picture of me, but he still looks just as handsome." Sylvie Beljanski, she will also be one of our first speakers. Brendan Legal is going to talk about reversing mitochondrial damage through um, um, microcurrent technology, frequencies, and molecular hydrogen. There's Renee Hahn. She is a upper cervical chiropractor, and she believes that if your spine is healthy, the whole body is healthy. Of course, I will be speaking on the mindset of health. Dr. Thomas Levy, who doesn't know Dr. Thomas Levy? He is just an amazing man. He'll be talking about reversing Epstein-Barr and the protocol for that, and also spike protein. So a lot of people feel that cancer, there's been a huge recurrence of cancer, resurgence of cancer, because of, unfortunately, the shot that people sometimes felt forced to do, sometimes voluntarily did, and many of them have they feel remorse for doing it. Well, don't have to worry about it anymore. There's different things that you can do, and Dr. Levy has protocols that you can follow, and he will be sharing that as well. Holly Gilbert, she is a franchise owner of the Drip Bar, so she will be speaking about the importance of IV therapy. She also has, so she's local. She has two drip bars in the area, and then Dr. John Silva what I love about Dr. John Silva is that I experience neurofeedback therapy or neurofeedback training because some people don't like to call it therapy, training. It's when you rewire the brain. So we've done, and if anybody would like Rewiring the Brain 2.0, we did a webinar. I'll give it to you guys for free. If you text me at 407-373-5959, I will give you the code to get in, to get it for free. I'll give you that code. And I will also put the link, I'll give you the link for that as well. But it's about a lot of people feel that there is something wrong with them. The doctors make you feel that there's something wrong with you, but it could possibly be that you have chemo brain or you have toxicity of some sort. And what this training does in the privacy of your own home is that it rewires your brain so that when it shoots, when the neurons are shooting the information, that it will go to the right location. And so it's brain entrainment or neurofeedback. So anyway, that's what this is all about. And like I said, we want everybody to feel when they walk out that they have some tools. And of course, you have a lot of the wonderful coaches from BeatCancer.org. I know Carl's going to be there, and he's going to be one of the vendors that I am just thrilled that Beat Cancer was able to pull it off to be there because November 1st, there's a lot of conferences going on. And so I'm just grateful that BeatCancer.org is partnering with us, and I will certainly give them time to introduce themselves to the community so that they can razzle dazzle everybody just like they did me. So thank you so much for the opportunity to speak and be able to share this information.
Thank
You
you.
can go to
Thank you so much.
whenyouneedafriend.com to learn more. You can go to my event page. I can put the link on my Facebook event page there. But if you have any questions, just feel free to text me at 407-373-5959, or you can email me at Lily, that's Lilly, at whenyouneedafriend.com. Thank you
Awesome
for the
stuff.
opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I just went ahead and dropped that number in the chat for anyone that missed it. Someone was asking about it, so I did just put that there.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
sharing, Lily. Thank you for that offer, the generous offer to our community.
Yes.
If anyone has any quick questions for Lily, you can go ahead and ask that. Otherwise, we will get to some other topics with our friends here. So we'll hold the floor open for just a brief moment. All right. Thank you very much, Lily. Let's
Thank
move
you.
on to some other chit chat. Let's see. We have a good handful of friends here. Some of which I don't recognize the names. So we will ask at this time if anyone has any comments or questions or topics that they'd like to pose to the group or to the panel. Please do unmute yourself and let us know what is on your mind. And if nobody decides to volunteer, we'll just start calling on people.
Yep, we can just start welcoming guests.
Oh,
All right. How do you feel about welcoming George Forrest?
all right, George Forrest, owner George Forrest. We'd love to know what brings you out tonight. What's on the top of your mind in regards to health or cancer or healing, and overall know what we can do for you, my friend. So I'll give you the floor if you'd like to unmute and go ahead and let us know what's on your mind.
Nice.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep,
We can hear you.
Oh, great. Yes, I have prostate cancer, and I'm and I bought the whole series and read everything, and I'm doing everything I can, but any help I can get on what's important, what's the most important supplements, and what's the most important diets, because there's so many supplements and so much in a diet. I just wonder, any help that I can get, I would appreciate.
Well, definitely, George, get in touch with me at the center. You can email me at support@BeatCancer.org.
Wait a minute, I'm slow. It's support, SUPORT, supportcancer.com.
No, support at BeatCancer.org.
Support at BeatCancer.org.
.org. We're a nonprofit. Yep, ORG, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and we're not going to close you off there. I just wanted to mention that, and please, this is open to anybody on the phone. Our coaches might want to chime in.
Yep. So any general ideas for prostate cancer that George is asking about here. So we'll open the floor to any of our coaches.
I would like to suggest the products for Sylvie Beljanski. They're excellent. She has Prostabel. But you see, cancer is a spirit, mind, and body. And not one person who, let's say we take 5 men that have prostate cancer, because I can assure you they're all men that have prostate cancer. We can ask them about their history, and every single one of them would be different. So I think it's wonderful that you've educated yourself, but now it's time to be your own MD. Ask that voice inside of you, what is happening in your body that could have led to that, and what are your deficiencies? But Prostabel is a wonderful product that Sylvie Biljanski has, and I think most of us coaches have it, and I've got it on my website where you can go there. And but anyway, that's my take on that.
What
Yep.
was your website? I'm sorry.
WhenYouNeedAFriend.com.
Yeah, I have whenyouneedafriend.com. And after that, I forgot to mark down the phone number and anything else.
Yeah,
It's on
all
the
in
chat. It's on the chat, but my number is 407
407
373
373
5959. But
5959. Okay, thank you.
but all the coaches for BeatCancer.org are phenomenal.
Wonderful. That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily's touched on a point that it's all about the individual, and every time you work with a coach, it's an individualized approach. Certainly, there's definitely lifestyle modifications that can be made even before you would get into supplementation. So maybe one of our coaches can chime in on that, maybe Maya or Deb. Looks like Maya's looking for her mute.
Uh, um, when we're talking about supplements or a
No,
form of
prostate cancer in general, I would say. I mean, the question was about supplements, but I think that maybe other things should be addressed.
Yeah.
yeah, well, the prostate cancer, I mean, it doesn't really matter what type of cancer. If there's a cancer, there's a cancer, right? Speaking about prostate cancer, if we're talking about like particular diet or particular supplement, there's no such a thing. There's none. It might be sad to many people that people like hoping to get like that one thing that would help them out, but it's not. You know, it's a complex of work that your body needs, your body requires, that you have to do it. You have to change that. You have to you have to change your mindset. You have to change your environment. You have to change so many things around you. And give your body what it needs. Needed rest, needed like low stress levels, needed the food that would bring that nutrients to it. There's no particular food or diet type would say like, okay, if you go this way, you're gonna get rid of cancer. No, there's no such a thing. It might work for one person, but not gonna work for another person because we're all different. So I would say like if you're focusing on on prostate, most importantly, like, of course, like cleaning up your environment. The prostate is similar to breast cancer to a female that is, there's a disruption in an endocrine system, which could be caused, I mean, not caused, I would say, triggered by, plastics, overusing certain, I don't know, chemicals, the chemicals could come from many sources, from your cleaning supplies, from your cleaning product, from detergents, from the things you put on your body. Everything could disrupt your endocrine system that could change and cause cancer. And main thing is, of course, mitochondrial health. Like, how can you reverse that? How can you? It's so hard to pinpoint to one thing. I don't even know. Like, as a cancer survivor myself, there is no such a thing. You have to try so many different things to get your body to that level. And trust me, when you're going to be cancer free, you wouldn't know what was that one thing that helped you to be cancer free, because it's hard to pinpoint, because you got to do complex mindset, being outdoors, exploring nature, like, getting what you need to get into your body. That's what I could say. I mean, unfortunately, there's no one thing. Right. Deb, if
Thank
you add
you.
anything, like, I don't know.
That was great, Maya. Thank you. And looks like Harmonious Monday and Deb want to chime in.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to cut off Harmonious there. Yeah, definitely. What Maya is saying is she's spot on with that. But what's important, George, is that if you can talk with somebody, everybody is different. So getting to know you more personal about what is your background and what you've experienced and what you have going on, if that makes any sense. It's really kind of getting a deep dive into your history and what brought you to the present point of where you're at, and to be able to look at everything holistically. It's not, like Maya said, it's not just one thing, it's everything to be able to change. Because if you do just one thing isn't going to do it. You need to do a combination of things. And that's what I mean by looking at everything holistically. When you start changing things in more spiritually, your emotionally, your toxins, that your environment, to changing the way your lifestyle, your diet, and that type of thing, all of those things combined together, that is when you're going to see a big difference. That's when you're going to start seeing the change. And so it's really important, if you can, get together with one of the coaches and talk with them, and so we can get a good history and really, really pinpoint exactly just the one thing. I hope that makes sense. I hope it's not just like, oh, well, great, there's just too much and there's nothing out there. That's not true. That is not true. So,
well, just like it's a lifestyle that got us into the problems, we need a lifestyle to get us out of the problems. Right. So it just becomes a lifestyle. It's little modifications at a time until this is just the way you live. Right. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Carl, can I add one more thing? Just one
Sure.
more thing. Because there's such a thing as new German medicine, and that was rebranded as New German Medicine. And one of the things, and this would be something that I, as a life coach and trying to help people understand the importance of dealing with past traumas, and usually with a man, and I'm not saying this is you, George, I'm not saying that this is you, but one of the first things that I would want to look at would be relationships with my children, maybe deaths of children that could cause that prostate to long for. And so I know that sounds kind of woo-woo, but dealing with relationships with, especially with your children, and whether the children are alive or not, is also a good start for cleaning that spiritual burden, or that traumas that are happening in your life as well. If it's applicable, then take it, run with it. But if it's not, then just let it go.
Yeah. Excellent point. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Harmonious Monday.
Thank you, sir. Maya, you did it again. All I can say is you did it again, like you always do with me. You said something that is a core belief of mine. First of all, can you hear my microphone? I was late today because my microphone let me down. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. But Maya does this all the time. She's always impressing me in one way or another, but you nailed it. You said something very specific, and I want to say it again, because it's one of the pillars of my belief system after whatever it is, 13 years of my research. And that is, it's not even a legitimate question. And you should not even be able to answer the question, what was the thing? Okay. Because in my opinion, when you're doing it, quote, right, when you're doing it right and you're getting unexpectedly good results and the doctors are all, their heads are spinning and they can't explain why, and they tell you you're a miracle case or whatever. It's the synergy of your program that is making the effect. It's like asking, and I'm going to use the weird example. It's the Formula One race team. Okay. A Formula One race team wins a whole season. They win five out of they just maximize the season. They blow the doors off the competition. Somebody comes up to them at the end and puts a microphone in their mouth and says, why did you have such a winning season? Why are you winning all these races? Okay. As soon as one of those team members says, oh, it's the tires. It's the tires. We changed our tire formulation. It's bullshit. I'm sorry. It's BS. It's BS. Okay. They might think it's the tires, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of subcomponents with that makes a winning race team. Okay. The driver might have had great success, but if it wasn't for the engine and all the people, it's always the team effort. It's always the synergistic combination that wins the day. So thank you for literally saying something that I core believe, and that is that if someone asks you what cured your cancer, you really shouldn't be able to say it was, my extra supplementation of apricot seeds or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. Thank you for saying that.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much for that addition, Harmonious Monday. And yeah, shout out to Maya, full of great words of wisdom and interesting ways to put things. Was that a new hand I just saw?
I think that is. I lowered it and now it's back up. So go ahead, Harmonious. Up.
Actually, I apologize. I thought I unmuted I totally made a mistake. I tried to take my hand down, but I didn't succeed.
Oh,
okay.
God, I think Carl
Okay.
did it. And
Back
then,
to you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Back to you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Over to Amy, I see, who has a hand up. Good to see you, Amy.
Your mic is not working, Amy. You're not muted, but something's wrong with your mic.
I thought my computer was going crazy. I was checking it. No, we still can't hear anything from you.
Yep, now you're back on mute. You were off mute, but we couldn't hear you. Yep.
Yeah,
Well, looks like you're gonna have to use sign language tonight, Amy.
Yeah, if you're on a computer, if you go to the bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom window, there's a little audio button, and then it has an arrow. Perhaps you can select a different microphone otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure what might be going on. But you're welcome to put something in the chat if you'd like to share something there, or you can troubleshoot that and try to get your mic working in the next couple minutes before we wrap up. Oh, technology, right? Sorry.
Yeah, it's always something.
Awesome.
So,
Well,
George, how do you feel about all this? Do you feel
Yeah, I
content?
feel fine. It gives a lot of food for thought, and I guess what I kind of get out of it. I'm doing a lot of different supplements, a lot of different things, and of course, I have dealt with the past. If there's anybody to forgive, I've forgiven myself and everybody else. I've made a commitment to that for peace. I've had a lot of death in the family. I'm a Vietnam combat veteran who lost just about everybody in my platoon. I've lost a son. I've had a lot of deaths. I can see where my past history hasn't been good for my health. And I realize that, and what you're saying kind of parallels to that. And I think I've come to peace with it all. And Chris beat cancer. I'm not a real religious person. I feel I'm a good Christian. I'm just not a church person, and I was raised Catholic. I just don't believe in any one church. I think there's too much bickering between them, but I do believe in all the good messages they send. And Chris, with his comments, has really made me more spiritual, and I'm getting into that. I'm trying to get into a non-biased religion. I haven't found one yet, but I hope to, and probably and will, I'm sure, because I think that's also a very important thing, and part of what you said relates to some of the things I'm doing. And like you say, I'm going to have to try a different bunch of supplements, a different bunch, and see if anything works. Hopefully something will. If they don't, so that's what I kind of gather. And I do appreciate all all the help and. The people I can't think. I just bought that supplement. They are a dedicated family to cancer, like Chris, and that gives us people like me hope that there's people that are in it more for just the money or whatever. They're in it because they're really dedicated, and people like yourselves. So that gives people like me a lot of help, and I thank you for that.
Well, you've definitely found your family here, and you don't have to do it alone. And my best suggestion would be to get together with one of the coaches and
Oh,
really
I
go.
was going to ask you about that. How do I do that, and which coach you think would kind of parallel to what I have?
Well, you have a couple of coaches right here on the line. You could write down their names, and I can help you find them when you email me. So you
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I got your email and I got your phone number too. So if
yeah.
I'm not a good person on the internet, so that's why I always try to get a phone number in case I screw up. So
Good. Let us know who you're interested in, and we'll direct you to that coach personally.
okay, and I want to make sure I got your phone number right. Can you read? I want to mark that down again.
Yeah, we gave you Lily's phone number, not our phone number.
Oh, okay.
But our number is 800
800
493
493
3750.
3750. And who should I ask for?
You could ask for Carl.
Okay.
And if
Okay, this has really been worth my time, and I can't tell you, it's given me a lot of food for thought. And like I say, you guys give people like me a lot of hope, and that's important.
Thank you, George.
Awesome. That's
We
great to hear,
got a few
George.
hands up.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're here, George. And really thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful. So, hope to see you again next week. And yeah, we'll definitely get in touch throughout the week as well.
Okay, so you'll be here next week at the same time?
Yeah,
Yep.
we do these calls, barring extenuating circumstances. We do these calls every single week, same time, same place.
Hey,
Awesome.
every Thursday at the same time.
You got it.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
All right. Amy, any luck with the mic or no?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Does not look like it. Oh, sorry, Amy. We'll head over to Laura Jean then.
Hello, everybody. So I had a couple of questions. Given that everyone is unique, it's a unique experience for everyone, and everyone is going to have a different response to other things. One thing that we don't really talk, or I have not heard a lot about, is when things have crossed over into the blood-brain barrier, over into the brain. And I'm just curious, what other things are we aware of that might be helpful and supportive in that situation? Like, for example, hyperbaric oxygen, we know is really helpful for that. But if there's any like the hydrogen water or other things that could possibly be supportive in addition to like, ketogenic diet, that sort of thing. So, I'm just curious if there are some other things, kind of outside the box that could be helpful, more specific to, at least that we know crosses the blood-brain barrier.
Awesome. So it sounds like we're looking for like detoxing the brain. Is that so? Like more or less?
Very, very, that could absolutely be one of the main possible,
Well, I see some hands flying, or are you swatting bugs, Maya? Is that a hand? Is that a hand or is that bugs?
I was saying the bugs, but I can answer the question if other people want to pick up first.
Okay, I think I saw a hand too from Lily. Was that so?
Well, I mean, are you doing the molecular hydrogen? You bought the Axiom. Are you doing that?
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
That is very helpful, especially if you do the eyes and the goggles as well as at the same time. That would be a great tool for you. But there's other supplements or other things that you can do. Maya, you want to take over?
I can take over. There's so many things we can do. I think that one of the main things that I would say, if you want to detox your brain, exposing yourself to a sun would be the best thing you can do for yourself, because biological process of getting the things into your body through your skin that goes directly to your brain, just because you expose yourself to the sunlight, would detox your brain on its own without spending anything. And what we call infrared lights, so infrared lights, we tend to go out there and pay money and going to get like an infrared light, which is more artificial and man-made, but you have a real natural one. As you seeing, like I'm sitting here, I'm getting this like a red lights on me and my skin looks like red. So this is one of the reasons that I sit outside, to be exposed to those red lights. So, and there's a lot of functions in human body, a lot of processes happening to detox your body just by sitting in the sunlight without putting anything on your skin. So that would be probably my first recommendation. Of course, hydration, lymphatic drainage, and a microbiome. So when it comes to microbiome, that focusing on your digestive system is a key, because those bacterias do the job, what they need to do. They will detox your body. They send a signal to your brain. I mean, they do the job. So focusing on your digestive system would be the key, I would say. And knowing that we have like 9 bacteria per cell of our human body, we're like basically 90% of like a bacteria-made body. So you understand how important it is to balance bacteria, not only in your digestive system, I would say bacteria in your skin, bacteria is like, in your mouth, like what you're brushing your teeth with, what you like, if you're using any, I don't know, like a lot of people use mouth fresheners, which is a horrible thing to use. So there's so many things that we need to, it's not only one thing. Like I wish I could say like we'll take a pill and we'll put everything in there for everything, and they just swallow that pill. There's no such a thing. Like, there's so many different things that you can do when it comes to blood-brain barrier. It's not about supplements and it's not about things. You can do it naturally without spending tons of money. You can sit in the sun and you can sweat. You cannot get better sauna than that.
Mm-hmm. I just read an article actually on saunas and the study that they did between sauna, I forget what the other thing was, and then hot baths. And they found that the hot bath actually was more hot, like sitting in a very, very hot bath was more effective than actually doing saunas.
Yes, and a hot bath, like, I mean, you have to know the water is clean, doesn't have any chemicals. That's important. And then doing a cold plunges, that's another thing. So Why cold plunges? Because our body goes through, I mean, it's a reaction of natural reaction of the body. You know, it's going to try to protect itself from hypothermia. So it's going to increase a lot of things in your body. This is all natural steps, you know,
Yep.
without spending tons of money. So that would be my probable recommendations. You know.
Awesome. I'll just take a moment to mention that for anyone that does like to take baths, I imagine you should already have a shower filter on your shower, but they do also have bath filters that you could hang on the lower portion of the, like of the shower, where you would fill a bath from, and it specifically filters that water coming out of that. So you can still fill up your bath with clean filtered water in your own home.
Zach, do you have a brand for that? Because I have a big old tub that I've been, a person that wants to be on my show sent me this incredible magnesium so you can soak with it. And I haven't been able to do that because in my tub, we have filtered water for cold, but because we live in a condo, my hot water is not filtered. It's comes from the roof system or whatever. And so I need to stop all the sediment and all that stuff that's the chemicals. Do you have anything that would be good?
Yeah, personally, I don't have a brand. I have one. It's just like some white labeled Amazon something. I'll share a screen real quick and show you guys.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I looked for it in the past, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah. So it's just something like this. It's like a little cartridge thing, and there's a filter in there that looks just like the shower filters. There's like a photo with like a breakdown of it. I haven't, done any testing on the water pre or post, to be fair, full disclaimer, but it feels pretty wholesome to me. So that's what I do. I'm not advising anyone.
On the line of water, my daughter's in an apartment, and just wondering what, like, now that we can't really use the Berkeys, the filters anymore, does anybody have any recommendation for a water system that you can use in an apartment? Because
Yeah, I got one right there. So again,
we have our whole house has, been
water
filtered.
is a whole rabbit hole. Everyone has an opinion, especially
Yeah.
those that sell water machines.
Right.
This was what I used when I was traveling. It rebranded. It used to go by K Flow. Now it goes by Blue.
You want one of the 16-pound orders?
And they have a top one.
Amy's microphone's working now when she's chatting about some random stuff.
I figured, these computers have a sneaky way. I figured it out. I didn't know it was working. You guys are awesome. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So which one is it? Sorry.
Yeah, of course. We just the microphone started like background noising. So again, this is just what I used. I'm not affiliated, nor am I officially,
Oh, this one. Okay.
whatever. So I use this machine. I think it's interesting because it has a TDS meter for total dissolved solids going in. It gives you a reading on what's going in, and it gives you a reading on what's going out, like the output. And then it has 4 filters, and it gives you like the health of them. It tells you when you need to replace it. And what you were asking specifically for is for use in an apartment. Well, yeah, this doesn't get, all you have to do is plug this into a wall, like into an outlet, and that's it. There's no installation required. So what you do is, you can't see it because it's on the other side, but you fill it up. There's no photos of the other side, but on the other side, there's like a little canister. You'd fill up that canister and then press the button, and then it filters and then fills up this one to drink.
It's reverse osmosis, right?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, it's over the counter. It's an over the counter reverse osmosis.
Oh, excellent.
I had one for many years. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. And I used this one. I traveled with it, packed it up, brought it here, brought it there, brought it over, in a plane. All of it.
That's great.
If you do bring it in a plane, I'll warn you that TSA will probably open up your bag and break it.
Oh, no.
like they did mine. But what are you gonna do? It served me well.
Right.
Yes, they
Oh.
thought it was suspicious. But yeah, that's the answer. Again, not an official recommendation. It's just what I did. So, do your research.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can normally they normally go on sale. Like catch when when there might be a sale, catch them.
Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. You normally get like 50, $100 off even.
Hmm.
So, and anyone else, might have recommendations too. Again, that's just what I did. It's not necessarily the end all be all best thing. Okay, we got a whole lot of people. We are past the hour, but we'll get to all our friends with their hands up. Laura Jean, is there anything more we could do in support of yourself tonight?
Nope, that was great. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So we'll this Harmonious Monday have a comment on this topic. And where did Deb go? I saw Deb's hand up was before. Or was Deb's hand up? Deb's hand was up before.
It was. I just had something I just wanted to say to George, and that was thank you for your service, because my dad was a Vietnam vet, and I know what he went through. He shared that with me quite intimately. I have 3 brothers, and I was the only one he shared that with, probably because I was in the service as well, but certainly not near the action and activity that y'all saw in Vietnam. So I just wanted to express my heartfelt thanks for everything that you went through. It means a lot.
Well, thank you for your thoughts.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Deb. I'm glad I circled back to you. So Harmonious Monday, did you have a topic or an answer to the previous topic, or was it a new topic?
No, it's just a quick question for all of us who did make the investment in Berkey's and who have stopped buying the filters for obvious reasons. Do your research, because there's an active, there are companies that are making ANSI, am I using the right term? American National Standards. There are companies who are selling now affordable filters that do meet the standards. Okay, so you got to do your research, because there's a lot of economic pressure. There's so many Berkey owners out there. There's such a customer base that there are companies that are trying to satisfy the original Berkey vision without charging $600 per cartridge, and they're certified. But I can't give you the names of these companies, but I know that this is happening right now. So don't throw your Berkey away just yet.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a really good thing.
That could be a song. Don't throw your Berkey away.
There you go.
I don't think you'd want to hear me sing it, though.
Awesome. Well,
thanks.
look at that. It all works out at the end. We'll circle back to Amy, whose microphone is working, and hear what she has to say.
Hi, everyone. Hey, a few thoughts, and I don't want to take up a lot of time, but I heard a really interesting fact, and I wish I knew where it came from, but it's better to be out in the sun if you eat junk food than to be a health nut who never goes out in the sun. You get more benefit. That's how powerful the sun is. And then when you wake up in the morning and you set up your eyes to the circadian rhythm of the sun rising, you just increase your whole cycle for the day to be in a better state. One thing I want to mention that I found, to believe in yourself, I had a problem wetting my bed when I was a kid. I mean, it was horrendous. I was that way till I was 10 years old. And one weekend or 1 week, my grandparents came over to take care of us, all 4 of us kids, and my mom and dad were going away. And Grandpa gave me watermelon to have before I went to bed. And I looked at it and I'm like, Grandpa, I wet the bed. What are you doing? And I was very upset and embarrassed. And he looked at me and he goes, why do you wet the bed? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, well, just tell me that you'll never wet the bed again, and just believe that. So I said that to him and I went to bed. I never wet the bed again because I believed I'd be living in it. And what I'm trying to say to you is be living in what you believe is true. you will manifest it. And I overcame bulimia. I had 30 years of bulimia. It was crazy. I just kept believing I would overcome it. And I did everything I could in my power to learn how to overcome it. And one day I woke up and it was like, I'm free of bulimia. So you have to believe. And these cancer coaches, are awesome. They'll help you believe in what you're doing. So yeah, cancer is just a hiccup, and just believe in yourself. That's it.
That's amazing. I'm so glad that your microphone came on to work right at the end, because that is a wonderful, wonderful message to end us off with. Absolutely. I don't even have anything to add because it was just so perfectly put. Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you. Well, that there concludes our meeting for tonight. What a wonderful, wonderful meeting. We covered a good variety of topics, learned about an event going on, helped some people's circumstances, and wow, what an array of topics we covered tonight. Any closing thoughts from yourself, Carl?
No, there was some people on that I wanted to say hello to that had hopped off just a moment ago. But yeah, just glad to see everybody came out tonight. I was hoping to get in touch to talk to some of the other people that are on that I don't know, but that's okay. Just come back next week and we'll get to your topics next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. As a reminder, you can catch these replays of the session that you attended or any of the others that you may have missed on our social media platforms. YouTube has most of them. Some of them they delete. Rumble.com though, Facebook has them all, and a couple other websites as well. So if ever you are missing us throughout the week, you can get a whole lot more of us by catching the replays. But we do meet every week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please do adjust for your local time zone, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week.
Bye,
Good night,
guys.
everybody.
Everybody.